Hello. Once again, I am crowned with sunlight, which is perfect for a day of Bhagavad Gita sadhana, especially during Navaratri celebration of the divine feminine. I am so excited to be able to be completely outdoors today due to the weather. Yay. So we are in day 6 of Navaratri. The color is orange for enthusiasm. And this is perfect because we are in the 3 nights representing the guna, or the quality of nature called rajas, which is passionate energy, and it's often got a selfish bent to it. And since we have been talking about the divine feminine as associated with the Bhagavad Gita, there is a character named in chapter 1 that can really tie into this idea of enthusiasm. And that's a character that's actually a gender changed fighter who was born biologically a female and became a male. And we've mentioned this story before. The original name of this being was Amba. And it is said that in a life, Amba, who was embodied as a woman, was carried away to get married, was not happy with that, so convinced her carrier awayer to let her go. But then when she returned to marry somebody she did love, that person rejected her, and she got very upset, and I believe rightly so, over how, well, one of the aspects is how women were treated in that society, like they had no agency or choice in many ways. So she became very enthusiastic about righting this wrong. However, the way she sought to right the wrong was to kill the person who carried her away and then freed her when she said, I don't want to marry this person you're carrying me away to. And she used that enthusiasm to do yoga. And she did it so intently that she ended up burning herself to death so that she could be reborn in the next life in a male body, because as a male, then she could go to war and kill this person that she had such hatred for. Now, when the war came, this embodied being, now as a male known as Shikundin, actually helped Arjun and his brothers to win the battles. But the way that happened, I don't know, there could perhaps have been a better way. And this is one of the illustrations of this story is we can all have this fiery enthusiasm that really drives us to accomplish what seems impossible, to drop a body, to come back, to change one's body. And that enthusiasm is mighty and can be channeled. It can be channeled for the greater good, like in the war, but it can also be channeled for selfish means, like revenge, which I got to tell you, in the Mahabharata, almost everybody that's doing a real strenuous form of yoga, almost, not everybody, but it ends up being something they do so they can have the power to take revenge. One of the differences between Arjun and many others is when he does his yoga practice and he gets special benefits from it, instead of using it for himself, he uses it for the good of all the world. And this can be something to contemplate today during Navaratri, when we have so much energy and Shakti, like on a beautiful day such as today. I'm enthusiastic about the yard work, let me tell you. But can I do it in a way that benefits all the beings, like all my deer friends, DEER friends, all my bird friends, all my groundhog friends, and squirrel friends? Or am I just going to do it because I think it's pretty? And I know I could, with my enthusiasm, burn myself up outside in the sun today if I'm not careful. So today I invite you to consider your enthusiasm and how you can plug into it for the betterment of everyone, as Mother Nature does. If you would like a mudra to use today in your practice, One that speaks to me, well, one that feels to me like enthusiasm is prana. Victory! The fingers are extended, the first two, energetically, they're not like this. It's like this. And the thumbs can, it depends. There are different ways to do mudras, and sometimes you just have to go with what feels right. I kind of like the thumbs holding the fingernails down. You can also do thumbs touching. I encourage you to explore what's best for you today. And then you generally hold these up, although you can let the hands rest on the lap, but with the fingertips actively extended. Okay. Energy, enthusiasm. Shall we practice? Let's see. Different camera angles. I'm standing in violets. Here comes the sun. Let's switch. Awesome. Now we'll have our 5 minutes. You can contemplate enthusiasm and how to use it constructively. I just perhaps thought of a better example with my gardening analogy. And that is, our neighbors just put in a new trampoline and it's a little shocking. And part of me is like, I want to cover that up or do something, to just not have to see kids bouncing around all the time, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I just notice it's one of these things like they've done something without thinking of how we might observe it. I have free reign to just do whatever I want. But is that the best use of my enthusiasm? No, it's not. How can I make everybody's life more beautiful through what I'll be doing out here in the next few weeks? Maybe meditation will help. Let's find out. Mantra, if you'd like to use it. We've been doing Maha Durge Ki Jai. Now let's add the mantra from the first 3 nights. Maha Kali Ki Jai, Maha Durge Ki Jai. So now we have 2 mantras back to back, evoking both Kali and Durga in her abundance of forms. All right. Welcome back. I hope you had a delightful contemplation today. Oliver was watching me closely from his observation post, and I hope you'll tune in to watch again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's color is white for inner peace. So we harness our enthusiasm and use it to find inner peace. And also, remember Monday, the 15th, we'll be having a live Navaratri event online or in person with the wind at 7 p.m. Eastern. And there's the link just below. Until I see you again, may you have an abundance of energy that sustains you in sharing your enthusiasm with the world around you. We need it. So until then.